What drives a man to break the unbreakable, to defy the boundaries of freedom and confinement? On a chilly December morning in 2000, a story of audacity and desperation began to unfold. This tale, woven from the threads of desperation and audacity, is that of the Texas Seven. 7 prisoners from different walks of life found themselves bound by a shared desire for freedom. Their stage was the John Connolly Unit, a maximum security prison tucked away near Kennedy, Texas. The plan they hatched was audacious, daring, and, against all odds, successful. Their escape was a perfect storm of conditions. A combination of calculated risks, meticulous planning, and a sprinkle of luck allowed them to slip through the cracks of one of the most secure facilities in the state. In the face of towering walls and watchful eyes, they defied the odds and achieved the unthinkable. But who were these men, and what led them to this desperate act? To understand the break, we must first understand the men. The infamous Texas Seven were not your average criminals. Each brought a different element to the group, a unique skill set, a peculiar personality. Their leader, George Rivas, was serving 18 life sentences. A charismatic man, he was the mastermind behind the breakout. Convicted for a series of armed robberies, Rivas used his strategic mind and convincing influence to orchestrate the daring escape. Then there was Michael Rodriguez. He was already on death row for hiring a hitman to kill his wife. Rodriguez was the financier of the operation, using money from his share of a hefty family inheritance. His willingness to risk it all was a testament to his desperation for freedom. Donald Newberry, the hot-headed rebel, was serving a 99-year sentence for armed robbery. His volatile nature was a double-edged sword, bringing an element of unpredictability to the group but also acting as a catalyst, spurring the others on. Randy Halpern, the youngest of the group, was serving a 30-year sentence for injury to a child. Halpern's youth and vulnerability made him a valuable asset in their plans. Joseph Garcia was serving 50 years for murder. His street-smart savviness and survival instincts added to the group's resourcefulness. Patrick Murphy Jr., a man serving 50 years for sexual assault, was the group's lookout. His keen observation skills and attention to detail ensured the group stayed a step ahead. Finally, Larry Harper, a man serving 50 years for sexual assault, was the group's moral compass. Harper, despite his crimes, displayed a sense of remorse and guilt which was a stark contrast to the others. Together, these 7 men, each with their own stories and roles, executed a prison break that would go down in history. They were the men behind the masks, the faces of a daring escape that shocked the nation. They were the Texas Seven. Together they executed a prison break that would go down in history, but at what cost? Freedom, as they soon discovered, came at a heavy price. The taste of liberation was short-lived for the Texas Seven. A relentless manhunt ensued, echoing the sharp sting of reality. Each twist and turn of their flight from justice ended in capture or surrender, their desperate hopes of freedom snuffed out like a candle in the wind. One by one they fell back into the hands of justice or chose the solitude of death over life behind bars. The echoes of their footsteps faded, their masks of audacity stripped off, revealing the raw desperation that led to their daring escape. Reflect on this narrative, the desperation that fueled their bold actions and the heavy toll they paid. The prison break, the fleeting freedom, and the devastating aftermath, all paint a picture of a gamble that ended in loss. Was it worth it? A fleeting taste of freedom, paid for with their lives? We leave it to you to decide.